let's talk about the age-old question. Who's the best healer in the game? Honestly, I don't think I can answer that question. I feel like certain healers are better in certain situations than others. I do feel like certain healers are more helpful than others. I also feel like it just depends on you. How good you are with the character is probably the most important thing, but also your playstyle. Now, Michael, if you have a more aggressive playstyle, then she's the healer you take. I have a very aggressive playstyle, but I don't play her because mostly I don't like to play healer. I don't want to say I don't like to play healer, but I've said before, I just don't like putting my trust in other people. When you're playing healer, when you're playing Michael, despite the fact that she can actually fight by herself, you're not gonna, don't expect the Michael to be having like 60k damage and 30 kills. That's not gonna happen considering she doesn't really deal that much damage. Even if you give her an increased tag damage and an attack buff, her damage output is not all that. Now, her strength is how short her goddamn cooldown on her heal is. It's only like 6 seconds. I don't think you can. There's a mod to reduce the cooldown because that wouldn't really be. That would be a bit broken. I don't think so. But it can heal multiple people, and there's only 2 healers who can heal themselves with an ability, which is her and Kulab. The other, everyone has, but everybody has a passive heal except her. She doesn't have a passive. I believe hers is just whenever she's dealing basic attacks, she heals off of it though. Which is, I guess, that. No, because they heal when they're just not in combat. She can't. She has to be attacked. But I do personally believe she has the best ult for you. Life Force, amazing. The weakness to that crap is she can get stunned out of it, or CC'd out of it, knocked out of it, whatever. And without a mod, she can't heal herself with it. I believe she should be able to normally heal herself with it, because that just makes no sense. But and that freeze, that's my favorite ability in the game, freeze. So I believe she has all the tools. Just honestly, I'm trying to think of a weakness to her. I just can't really think of one right now. Except her damage output, not really. I feel like she has, with her shield, she can stop shooters, so her shield can stop shooters, and mage, she's really good at fighting mage too. But overall, if I had to give her a rating as a character in general, I'd probably give her maybe like a 7. That's just me personally. That's my personal opinion. Like I said, I don't really play her. I don't really play healers in general, but if I do have to pick it, if I'm in a situation where I have to pick a healer, it would not be her. Now, that's no disrespect to anybody with main. So I've got my ass whipped by some very good Michaels. Don't get me wrong. I've seen Michaels solo damn near anybody. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Even me, sadly. With that emote cancel, which I know how to do, I just don't like to do it because I just feel, never mind. I'm not gonna really go down that road. But yeah, that's pretty much. There's not really much to explain about her. She's pretty simple. She's easy to play, easy to use. Just a 7 is what I'd give it. But if I had to pick a best healer, would not. That's what I'm gonna say. She in a situation where a healer is needed, do you? If you're aggressive, you have an aggressive playstyle, but you also still want to heal. I've seen most Michaels just play aggressive and only focus on healing themselves, which pisses me off. Do your job. Okay, I'm not sure how the hell he didn't die right there, but whatever. Yeah, there it is. Her passive is she's healing. She does have 3 dashes, which is good. And Stalker, I almost forgot about Stalker. Everybody knows what it does, but I prefer Life Force. Stalker is good because it shows everybody. It reveals all the enemies on the map. It shows you where they are. And it also cancels out Demon's invisibility bullshit, which is nice. And it heals them when it heals your teammates when they're invisible. There is a mod to increase the freeze, but even with the mod, it still doesn't really last.
Objectives activated.
Now, this is probably a bad example, but the opposing team isn't really good. I don't want to say they're not good, but they just can't really do it. I should probably went for more of a, I don't want to say sweaty, more closer match to showcase it more. The thing about whenever I'm playing her, it's like I don't really get that much healing, despite the fact that I'm constantly healing people. It's like my healing never really goes that high up. The reason I can't play her is, well, I don't play her, is even though I have an aggressive playstyle, she doesn't deal enough damage for me. I need more damage than that. I just really do. I need more damage than that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I play with the mind frame like I'm at the carry.
The life force within emanates. The life force within emanates.
That's pretty much game anyway. Well, whatever. Well. Now, Azrael. As with Michael, when I first started playing this game, I used to think Azrael was, I don't want to say bad, but I didn't think he was a good healer. I did not think he was a good healer. But that was because I understood him, but I didn't understand. And I'm going to explain why. Azrael's is, in certain situations, I believe he's the best healer in the game. But normally, I wouldn't say so. In certain situations, I believe he is probably the best healer in the game. Even though he can only heal one person, he can heal one person at a time, which is probably his biggest downfall as a healer. I still believe in certain situations he's the best. And in those situations is with his soul stack. His healing increases depending on how many stacks he has. Now, if he has 5, and I believe it's 5 stacks on every each character, so that's 4. 5 on 4 is probably the best healing in the game, even better than 0. But the reason I say it's situational is the chances of you're not really always gonna have stacks on all of them. You're probably just gonna have stacks on 1 or 2 people, and with that, that's what, how do I say it? Even that, I mean, that's more than enough actually, because all you pretty much just have to do is keep it on the tank. That's what I do, at least. I just keep it on the tank, because that's a healer's job, is to keep everybody alive. But anybody other than the tank, I feel like they can, well, good enough people should be fine, but they should be able to get in and out of a situation to get orbs and heal themselves. But a tank who has to constantly be in the fight, I just keep it on him. But those certain situations, if you have your soul stack on as many people as possible at all times, this is why I use increase the soul stack duration. That way, I wanted to stay on them as long as possible, so my healing is increased. Now, he cannot heal himself normally. He can only heal himself if he has his stacks applied on an enemy, which is good, because that means you need to be in the midst. You need to be fighting, which is fine. Plus his portal, really good in power collection, teleport in, stop him from delivering, teleport out. With the soul stack in, they can't deliver. I feel like I like him better than Michael. He's probably my favorite healer in the game, despite the fact that I don't play healer. I don't want to play a healer, but I will if I have to. He's probably my favorite healer. Sometimes I pick him even though I don't need to. We don't need a healer, because he can still function. That's what I like about him. Another thing I thought was bad was Wing Blast. I used to think Wing Blast was trash, considering it didn't do much damage, but eventually I started fighting really good Azraels who just use it to knock you off the map. Which can be helpful, but like I said, higher tier people are going to be smart enough to not fall for it. So I use Crystalline, whatever the fuck it's called. That's the one I prefer. Heals myself and whoever I bring with me.
are an angel from
Really good.
heaven, Azrael.
No, I mean, smart people aren't really gonna get hit by it, and they can't. Oh god, who the fuck this man? Another thing is, he's actually pretty good at fighting tanks. I've recently discovered that he's really good at fighting tanks. Now, his basic attack damage isn't the best. Naturally, he's the healer, doesn't really have to be. But with the added soul stack damage, it makes up for it. Plus, he's really good at fighting demons, you can see, because you can just literally hit him out of it. His thing. Am I dead?
I am a portal
Nope.
god.
Almost. But if I had to pick between me personally, I'm not talking about anybody else except me. If I had to pick between Azrael and Michael, I'd pick Azrael. Because that's just what I think he's more useful for my playstyle. He can still be aggressive. He can teleport. Like, I just like him better. The only person I wouldn't try to solo is probably a Nidhogg. I wouldn't try to solo Nidhogg in general unless you have like a cast or somebody. Yep, I knew it. Amateur. Fucking amateur.
It's Chrysalis
They
time.
always go so easily. But
You are so strong, Azrael.
in certain situations, I believe he's the best player. If you can have your soul, you're not going to have your soul stack applied on everything. Let's just get that out the way. Because it's one each hit. So you basically have to hit every single one of them 5 times with basic attacks, or use Void Wave, which hits twice, but it can't hit multiple people. But like I said, in certain situations he's the best. In my opinion, he has the best healing, but he can only heal one person, which is honestly, I think that's his only flaw. I'm trying to, let me think. If you give him I use the extra HP, which adds up to 800 for survivability.
You are an angel from heaven, Azrael.
Yeah, actually, I think that's his only flaw. Is the fact that he can only heal one person.
I'll pack your bags.
Can't believe he got away, but whatever.
Enter the void.
Nah, he just got away. I tried to kill him, so did you.
Hey, I'm just being me.
Dark healer.
Collection phase complete. Handing points activating in 10 seconds.
Never catch us, cuz. This is Chrysalis.
I don't think it's going. Yeah, I knew that was gonna break it. Am I dead?
My heaven.
Nope.
Handing points activated.
So I don't need it. Nidhogg might be dead, but hey, I think it's more important I survive. I'm better than anyway, so. Now, Kulev. An argument can be made he's probably the best healer, and I'm gonna explain. Well, never mind, I'll take it back. He can heal everyone in the vicinity, but his weakness is his heal can be destroyed because he drops a total. If you're smart enough to destroy the total, then yeah, you pretty much nullify him because it actually has a decent cooldown where it's pretty long. So that's his biggest weakness, is the fact that his heal can be destroyed. You can't destroy Michael or Azrael or Yoroku's heal. No, I mean, well, yeah, you technically can't destroy it. I mean, you could stop it, but can't destroy it. You can literally destroy heals, which is his biggest flaw. I believe that's also why they put in the... What the fuck is this dude doing? Okay, but whatever. I believe, as I was saying, I'm trying to see if I can get the fuck out of here. Can't expel. Guess nobody's gonna help. Not surprised. This is why I hate being healer right here. Not one person's even trying to help me. Protect the healer. That's like common basic game knowledge. I guarantee you, the people on my team are the first to complain about not getting healed. Sadly, I can't heal if I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I think one of our people are AFK too. Oh, okay. Am I the only one who saw that? But whatever. I don't care. Anyway, I believe that's why they put the passive heal in for him. Because if he, standing next to him heals you. Good kill. Standing next to him heals you, but it doesn't heal for not. There's a mod to increase it, but it's mostly for the total. Now, he also can shield you, which is really, really helpful. When it gives you can't be stunned when he has that shield on you. You can debuff you. I believe if I'm looking for just a pure healer and I'm not trying to deal any damage to anybody, I would probably pick him. I would even pick him over Zero Kill. He's also one of those healers you have to kill immediately. If he's alive, it's going to be extremely difficult to finish anybody off. Now, his ult, Bamboozle, and Boon. I don't really use Boon. I don't know many people who do. So I just use Bamboozle, which is probably, I believe, the best way to go. You can literally keep him still, have your teammates attack him, or just run off the map with him. So, Kulev. Normally, he's not a situational healer like Azrael, so I feel like he's... Honestly, I think he might be the top runner for best healer. He has 2 heals, 2 ways of healing. I believe he might be the front runner. In my opinion, considering his kit, his tools, his abilities, everything he needs. It's... Like I said, I believe it depends on you. If you want to just support people, Kulev, that's what you do. If you want aggressive healers, Azrael, Michael, support Kulev, and yeah, mostly Kulev. That's basically him. He's not meant to really deal damage. His damage isn't really the best, but honestly, Azrael's my favorite healer, but I would probably pick Kulev if I really needed to heal someone over Azrael. Because like I said, Azrael's a situational. Certain situations he's the best. Plus, he can heal everyone. Not just 1 or 2 people. He heals everyone, which is the best. But there's that really... He's pretty... Nope, not getting hit by that anymore. I get hit by that so fucking much because I don't pay attention to it. You know what the funny thing is? I've actually soloed demons with Lev. Yeah. If you play it smart, you can. Because he can heal, debuff, shield yourself, parry, dodge. You can actually win. Most are just going to run away anyway. But...
Objectives activated.
Now, the good thing, what I love most, is his shield actually has a really short cooldown. I prefer the mods that gives my shield, like, that gives my totem more healing and my shield's, like, health and duration. I want to keep my teammates alive as much as possible. That's what I want to do. Now, he has shitty mobility, though. Only 2 dashes, no real method of escape. So, if you're caught... Well, I escaped earlier and I got caught. But if you're caught by good people, you're done for. You know what? I saw it coming. I just didn't really care. At this point, it didn't even really matter. Look at the score. It doesn't even really matter now, but... I did see it coming, though.
Once more, unto the breach, dear friend.
Now I feel like you should kill him immediately. Him and Zero Cool are probably our top priority. Michael, I feel like Azrael is probably the least. It goes least priority to most priority when it comes to killing healers. You should kill the healers in general, but least to most. Least Azrael, then Michael. Who should I? Who's more important?
Objectives activated.
Least Azrael, then Michael. I'd probably say Zero Cool is most top priority over me personally, because I know I'm gonna talk about that when I'm playing Zero Cool, but yeah, I will say he's top priority, not more than Zero Cool though. But he's on the field, kill him. You should kill healers regardless, but I feel like you can ignore Azrael because he only heals one person. You can ignore Azrael. Should you? I feel like you can, but not a lot. Ignore Michael. You can't ignore Zero Cool. You have to kill him.
I don't have a target.
Well, for some reason, they put me in a match that's pretty much that they made me load in late. So normally I wouldn't really care about matches like this, but let's consider I'm using Zero Cool. Let's see if I can bring it back. Now, first, anybody who's played this game, first thing is, if you ask who's the best healer, first thing that's gonna pop in their mind is probably Zero Cool. He's easy to play, but he's also hard to play. And I'm gonna explain why. He's easy to play control-wise. He's not really hard to play when it comes to controls and the character himself, etc., etc. He's hard to play because no character in the fucking game, I repeat, no character in this game has a bigger target on their back
The pleasure's all yours.
than Zero Cool. Literally no character. If you're Zero Cool, you are going to die. I'm not gonna say you're gonna die. If you're up against good people, you're gonna die, but you will be chased. You will be chased all over the map. Nobody is going to be targeted before you are dead. As it should be. As it should be. That's why I don't like playing him. It's because they will chase you to the ends of the earth. Their entire team, well, good. If you're up against good people, you will be primary target. New beginners who don't really understand are just gonna really do whatever they want no matter what. But you will be targeted. You see that person, you can tell this person's smart enough to know to me, but a Zero Cool, you basically just have to stand. You need people to protect you. You are not gonna be carrying people with Zero Cool. You need protection. And the reason I don't play him is because, like I said, I get partnered up with people who aren't the best. But they're just starting out, or they just don't know what to do, which is weird. So I'm on my own a lot, and you cannot be on your own with Zero Cool. You need escort. You need protection. You need to be with somebody. Okay, and unless you have a tank who's extremely good at keeping you alive, I would not. I don't pick him, and I rarely get tanks like that. If I know for a fact my teammates are good and my tank is good, I will pick Zero Cool.
Extra credit ready.
Now, his ults, I don't really like his ults. 1-Up's good. I don't like the other one. I think the other one, whatever. I don't really care about that. 1-Up's good. But the thing is, really good people will be smart enough to just stop attacking you and wait for the shit to wear off. 1-Up, self-explanatory. When you die, you come back with full HP. Self-explanatory. But now, if his recharge did not have to recharge, if you could literally you could just spam it. Well, you can spam it, but if you can use it and the healing didn't deteriorate, he would be the best healer in the game. There would be no debate. He would be. The only but since it deteriorates and it gets less and less the more you use it, that's what's stopping him about it. That's what's stopping him. Oh my god, we actually made that comeback. I was more focused on explaining though, but whatever. We actually made that comeback. It was like fucking 90 to almost 200. I don't even remember. But you need to be good at moving, escaping, running away with him. Have good tanks, so you should be fine. But like I said, it all depends on you. I can't really say who the best healer is, but whatever. It all depends on you. But like I said, I want to know who people think the best healer is, though. Curious.